Tech security specialists found a flaw in the system that secures internet traffic. It's called Heartbleed, and you've probably been seeing stories about it online. The bug is in a kind of software called OpenSSL. One expert described it as going on vacation and not knowing the lock on your front door was broken. Not all servers use OpenSSL to protect your private data, but about 500,000 do, and they're in the process of fixing that broken lock, which they say will take some time.
Okay, so now here's the question. Do we have the time to wait while they do that? We asked John Browning here to talk about this with us, an intellectual property attorney. You're plugged into all this high-tech stuff. We appreciate you being here.
My pleasure.
What the heck is going on?
Well, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
You get this news that, in essence, all of your data could have been compromised.
And not from a virus. This is just a flaw.
Yeah, it's a code error. It's a bug, and it's actually been around for 2 years, experts believe.
So if we do, have that front door unlocked, we don't know how many people came in while we were on vacation, because it could have been a whole lot of folks.
Exactly. I mean, the potential damage, the fallout from this could be felt for a long time to come.
So how did this happen? Just somebody made a mistake?
Well, like I said, it was a code error,
yeah.
But it was found and exploited for the first time that we know of here recently. And internet security experts, a team of Finnish researchers working in California and some folks at Google discovered it late last week, announced it Monday, and by that point, the major services like Yahoo and others were already at work trying to come up with a patch, a fix.
Well, you're talking about this patch. What does that mean if all of my information has already been taken by these folks?
Well, I know it sounds like locking the barn door after the horse may have already gotten out.
Right.
But this is kind of, preventative measure to make sure that, things aren't going to happen from this point forward. We don't know what may have already escaped or, been absconded with in terms of data. Bank account data, stored information like credit card information, things like that.
So what do I need to do on my end?
Well, it's sort of counterintuitive, Heather, but for the moment, we need to sit tight and wait because...
Okay, that's hard. That is hard for a lot of folks. You immediately want to get in and change, but you say because...
Well, the natural thing to do is think, let's go in right away and change all the passwords. But until we know, or until your service lets you know that that patch has been made, that fix has been applied, you could be providing that new password to hackers. So you really need to wait until that patch is in effect, then go ahead and change your passwords. And by the way, it's going to be a regular thing for a while, but do monitor your accounts, particularly banking, online banking, credit card accounts, things like that.
So could we do a temporary, password that we wouldn't necessarily want to keep for the next couple of days? Should we do that, or should we literally just do nothing right now?
The first thing you should probably do is check and see if a service that you've been using, like Yahoo, which some of its services, they say they've already applied a patch, and they'll notify you, or you can inquire. There's also a website that you can check to see if sites that you use may be among the ones that are affected. That's one of the problems is this code error affected servers. And, as Steve mentioned, there are roughly 500,000 servers, about 2/3 of the ones out there that potentially use this OpenSSL. So because of that, we don't know exactly what's been affected. So the smart thing to do is to find out, first of all, from your service, if you're potentially affected. If so, wait until they let you know we've applied a patch, and then they'll probably recommend that you go ahead and change your password. And I know it seems, tough to wait.
I know.
But in this instance, you really have to.
Should we ever feel like we're safe and protected on the internet? I mean, we just keep having story after story about people's accounts being compromised. And
you really can't ever feel safe enough on the internet. And this, if nothing else, this episode probably just... if there's any good, if there's any silver lining, should probably just heighten our awareness about online security. The need to change passwords more frequently than we do, the need to adopt more rigorous passwords and something like 1234 or password.
Birthdays, all those
things like that. Adopting something that's longer, a minimum of 6 characters, combination of uppercase and lowercase. Using letters and numbers and, punctuation symbols and things like that.
Yeah, I guess I need to get to work in a couple days
yes.
when it's time. John, thank you as always for coming in. We appreciate it.
That's my pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thank you.